Going live in 3, 2, 1.
You are now listening to TDL on silverandblackpride.com. This play used to be run with 100 Ruggs, and we got Darren Waller on the choice route, Hunter Ripper on the shallow. But I want you guys to watch Tyrann Mathieu here, okay?
Yeah, you see the ball is out here. He's breaking on the ball. I think if he got a little closer.
Everybody, we are back. It is Taped on Live, favorite Raiders podcast, favorite Raiders channel, favorite Raiders everything. You guys already know what to do. Hit the subscribe button, subscribe, right? Hit the like button if you like it. Hit the dislike button if you dislike it. Go ahead and leave a comment if you like it as well. Go ahead, leave a comment for us and let us know how you feel, right? So we are here. Also, forgot a couple things. Sorry, guys. Manscaped.com. You see it at the bottom. Manscaped.com, discount code TDL for that. 20% off plus free shipping. Also, follow us on Twitter. You can see the Twitters on the bottom too, at the Mark John NFL, at BD Williams 18. All right. So I'm lagging a little bit.
You're good. You're good.
Okay. All right. So we're here, guys. It's playoff time. We're in the playoffs. We're a day away. We're at tomorrow. It's going to be 4:30 Eastern, right? It's going to be playoff football. We're actually going to I really feel like our first playoff game in about 20 years, to be honest, because I know the other one, it happened, but it didn't nobody felt like they were going to win that game. Nobody thought, maybe Khalil Mack could take over the game. Like, nah, that was going to,
Right.
And they would have got stomped the next week anyways. So here we go. We are ready for this matchup. Bengals, they're getting a lot of hype. The Raiders are supposed to just get stomped here. The Bengals, they're Joe Mixon got the cigars ready. He went and bought a pack of cigars. He's got the cigars going. Yeah, he's got his he said he bought cigars before the Chiefs game, and he's thinking about buying cigars before this game. So if you guys you already know how they feel about going into this game, right? And then we got, Zach Taylor saying it's the Raiders. Like, this is nothing different. Oh, it's the Raiders. So, we know how the Bengals feel, I guess, about this matchup. I just think it's a little closer than people think. I think a lot of people are so hyped that they beat the Chiefs. I mean, I think that's a lot of it. They beat the Chiefs. And, they did a comeback against them. Everybody's like, oh, my God, they beat the Chiefs. And I think that's what a lot of it is, a lot of recency bias, especially with Joe Burrow, because the last two games he threw over 400 yards. And but it was against the Ravens. And then we'll show what the Chiefs were doing, which is just the most idiotic stuff I've ever seen in my life. I don't get it. I don't get what they're doing. So, it's a little different, but I mean, he is on a hot streak. I'm not gonna lie. This passing, they have changed from what they were before. They were a balanced football team before. They are pass first, and they are gonna try to take your head off now. So that's going to be the interesting matchup. Are they gonna be able to go back? Because I don't know how much they're gonna be able to take the Raiders' head off just naturally by the way the Raiders design on play on defense. They're like, you're not going to take our head off, but that's what they want to do. And, the Broncos game, they struggled, and that's where you see the adjustment. They don't want to run the ball anymore, so they kind of got away from that. So I don't know. What do you see on the defense side, BD, for them?
Well, I mean, first of all, going back to, it seems like, some of these Bengals players, the feeling around the Bengals is like, okay, this is just a small little obstacle. It's just that cursory first round playoff. We have to play that game.
Yeah,
but they're looking forward. And for me, Derek Carr's got getting that monkey off his back. How much does it mean to him? You know what I'm saying? Some of these guys, that are on the defensive side, like Yannick Ngakoue, Jonathan Hankins, guys who have been around a while. Mm-hmm. I think that there's probably a bigger appreciation for the situation, the game, the playoffs, being, some of these guys being on teams that haven't sniffed the playoffs in a long time, right?
Yeah.
So I think that just for that fact, some of the veteran leadership on the Raiders, I think, is going to be able to like hone in, focus in, and we'll see about the young players because they just arrived in the NFL. Jamar Chase just arrived in the NFL going to the playoffs. Joe Burrow, he got injured last year, first full season healthy, goes to the playoffs. It's like they're obviously really good. They're talented. They deserve to be in the playoffs.
Yeah,
okay? Don't
sure.
get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. But, there is a big jump in intensity, first of all. And second of all, we're going to find out really like who really wants it. But I agree. I am worried about the offense. Their offense can score a lot of points. Got some great playmakers. Defense, I think there is a way around this defense. I think that they can be really good if you play into their hands. And if I watched a few games, and they had some interesting tape because like. Who was it? The Browns game when they lost, and I'm watching on defense. They have none of their starters in, so I'm like, okay, throw this one out.
Yeah,
nothing to watch, nothing to see here,
Mm-hmm.
And then the Chiefs game, obviously, that was a big game. But like going back a few of these games, they played Tyler Huntley and the Baltimore Ravens. Like you got to throw that tape out. What they're doing against the Ravens, that we're not going to see against the Raiders.
Wasn't that Josh Johnson in that game?
Oh, was it? No, Josh Johnson.
Yeah, I think it was Josh Johnson. I thought that was Josh. Yeah, that was Josh Johnson playing that game, not Tyler Huntley, I think. But that just proves your point.
Yeah, but so like basically, yeah, like watching teams third string quarterback or whatever it is, right? So like they had a lot of that in like the last like few weeks. Okay.
Yeah.
But even like going and watching the Denver Broncos game where it's just like, okay, there's definitely shots here to be taken, and Teddy Bridgewater just not taking it.
Yeah.
I think that this is definitely not a foolproof, like great defense can't be schemed around it. No, like this team you can definitely scheme this team. And if Derek Carr is on his game, he should have a big game. So.
Yeah. I know probably the last quarterback they played was Jimmy G, and Jimmy G did pretty good against them. So, it's all about the executing,
right?
What? Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. But it's all about executing with this team. I think you just have to execute, and because if you don't, I mean that's basically what they're all based on defense. From when I was watching and looking at them, from different quarterbacks to different parts of the season, they are a execution based defense. So I mean, if they're not executing and doing like things like that, they're gonna leave a lot of gaps. I just think that the first time they played the Raiders, they had probably one of the best, one of the best, I would say, execution games that they probably had in a long time. They just executed at a high level in that game, like when he jumped under John Simpson to make a tackle on the 3rd and 6 call, or Jeremy Bates coming down and tackling Brian Edwards perfectly on the 3rd and 1, and breaking on it perfectly. They executed so well that last game, and I think that was probably their best defensive performance of the year. And I don't know if that could be duplicated because it was all execution. You know what I mean? So we'll see. I'm interested to see what you show. So
yeah. So you want to go first, or you want me to
go first? I'll go first.
All right. All right. I'm gonna throw it over to commercial break, and then when we come back, Marcus is gonna show us the Cincinnati Bengals offense.
All right, so let's check it out. Okay, here. All right. So of course, we start off with the rushing game here, right? Little Joe Mixon. This is Brian Callahan. He came up under Gruden, right? He was a quarterback coach, so everything's gonna look a little familiar. At least all the running stuff, especially the run game, right? It's definitely kind of the Olsen version of the West Coast when they're really aggressive. All right. So, but you got Joe Mixon here. They don't want to run the ball anymore. Okay. They're not a running team anymore. This is not the same team that we played early in the season where they just wanted to run the ball all over everybody, right? And Joe Mixon got the ball 30 times. Maybe they try to go back to that, but I doubt it because I want to call out in this game. This is the Chiefs game. It's 33 degrees. Okay, so they came out passing like crazy. I don't think it's not gonna make a difference how cold it is. So here we go. Right, split zone on this one. Good job. You see, just get north and south there by Joe Mixon. Get 3 or 4. But it's not something they want to stick with, right? Even if it's working, right? Because they probably could have ran all over the Chiefs, right? The Chiefs are not the best run defense in the world. And you see how they're able to get some good open gaps there. And Joe Mixon's able to find them, right? But once again, I'm going to keep talking about this is not something they want to do, right, anymore, right? This is not a ball control team. And, we get it all. We got a little mid zone here, right? Nice little cut back there by Joe Mixon. So bring that back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So get a little bit of the mid zone, able to make a man miss. He's able to shoot that gap, right? Get some good chunk runs. But, it's not something they like to do. And they don't get a lot of chunk runs. And they are, they're not the best line in the world. So even if they're getting some of these runs, right? So here we go. A little bit more of the mid zone here, right? Mid zone. Everything's not, there's not a lot of push here, guys. You can notice that they're not getting a lot of push of this line, right? And you can see right here, they're able to shoot the gap, number 50, right here on the little counter run. And then Drew Sample, they're able to set the edge, tackled, right? There's not a lot there for this team as a run game altogether. So they don't like to do it. They just scrapped it. It wasn't working for them. Right? Because you see, there's 51. He's shooting that gap right away. Boom. Tackle for loss. Almost a fumble. That 51 is awesome for the Niners. That dude, I don't know who that dude is, but I'll just here. He's a dog. Him and Fred Warner. I said Fred Turner. Fred Warner. Right? You see, here it gets split zone. All right, watch how they play this. Joey Bosa sets it up on the outside right here. The 51 just fills that gap. Boom, right there. So they don't get a lot of push to get up to second level linebackers and stuff like that. So with the run game, they're basically based on linebackers not be able to hit their gaps. So if you're a linebacker, bring it back a little bit. If you're a linebacker who's not hitting their gaps like this, like the 49ers are, but the Raiders, they're usually pretty good with their gap integrity, right? So if you're not hitting your gaps, because you see they're not getting any push to get to a linebacker, or get somebody off where they can get some extra yards in the second level. All right, so starting off in the slot with these wide receivers, okay, because it's probably the best wide receivers core in the league. And keep it real, it's probably the best wide receiver core in the league here. You got off with Tyler Boyd, who I expect to see a lot of Tyler this week. Okay, he got the most targets last time they played, 8 targets, only 45 yards and 6 catches, but he got the most targets. And so it's a good throw by Burrow. Right there in the back of the end zone. So you like them in the slot, right? Probably it's one of the guys they use more in the red zone because this is not a good red zone team, guys. I'm going to tell you that right now. This is not they don't like to do the meticulous up and down the field thing. And this Chiefs game was probably their best red zone game that you'll see on tape, right? But it's an outlier more than anything. But you got Tyler Boyd here. This one is something that they got to be ready for, this play itself, because it's a leak. It's the leak. There he is, wide open. Boom. This is the only touchdown they scored against the Broncos, right? But the one time the Broncos messed up, 15, right? 650-yard touchdown. The one time they messed up, and they lose 15-10. It's crazy, right? And then even inside, I'm saying he's their slot man. He's a number 3. He's a good route runner, right? In and out the break, catch the touch point, even though that ended up being incompleted, but they still want to go to him, especially inside the 5 in the red zone. They like Tyler Boyd, right? Because they got the 2 deep guys. I mean, why play in the red zone? You got the 2 other deep guys, right? And then you see here, this is a play that, the Raiders are going to see. I mean, they've been seeing this like every single week. So they're going to see this play. Here you get the out and up. Looks like a sail, right? Looks like the sail route. That ends up being an out and up. Right? Not the same whip as Herbert right there, but he gets there. All right. And then they like to get him that on out in space too. So bring it back. They really like this play to him out in space, especially on third down. They feel like they get some good yards. So the Raiders, they got to tackle way better than the Chiefs did. Let's just say that. And then you got my boy T. Higgins here, which you know what I'm saying? Like, do they need both these guys? I mean, if you want to come to Clemson of Las Vegas, T. Higgins, we got a spot for you, dog. I'm letting you know. You know what I'm saying? Because why do they need all these guys, right? Because T. Higgins, this dude's a beast, man. Look at great hands, catch yards after the catch, gets yacked, good route runner, and then Burrow trusts him on these digs. He's catching everything. He hits you over the top right there. And this dude is just nasty, right? I just like show this from the back. Get a quick look at, Burrow do a good job hitting that second level right there. Boom. All right, I mean, and then, he can win. He's another win deep guy, which, I love how the Chiefs here are dropping and just leaving these guys one-on-one. And they're awesome corners over there. They're shutdown guys, one-on-one. This is not, the Raiders do not want to do this. Don't do this. Do not do this, Raiders, please. Right, before we get to Mr. Jamar Chase, you know what I'm saying? Look at these guys. You know what I'm saying? At the catch point, these guys are just special, man. Look, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to do that. You don't want to put yourself in that position as a defense. Okay, so and then this guy, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why they need all these guys, man. I just share. The Raiders need somebody. You know what I mean? Like, just give us T. You can keep Jamar. But this dude, I don't know. This is like AB, like Jerry Rice type of guys. Okay. So he's really my X factor because, he could just take over this game and it won't even matter, like, whatever, anything else happens. Okay. If he decides that he's going to take over, like, I don't know what's going to happen in this game, to be honest. Right. Because some of the stuff you guys are about to see is just nuts. Like this play, like, look at all these guys around him. He makes one guy miss. And, the Raiders aren't going to do this because they're a good pursuit team. But, check out like 35, just expecting 54 to tackle him. And then there goes Jamar Chase. It's a touchdown. Look at that. All because they were jogging. Like, I don't know what the hell. Like, do they not watch tape? Like, I don't understand it. And then, he can win anyway. So here we go. Tough comeback, get separation late. Through the press, a little hold. Concentration, make a catch. You know what I'm saying? 33 degrees and windy. It's the ball floats a little bit. Here we go. On the screen, you know what I'm saying? Make guys miss on the screen. However you want it, basically, with Jamar Chase. It's basically what this is however you want it, is Jamar Chase. That's basically all I can say. I don't know what to even say about anything about this. It's just crazy special. I don't know. Some things some football things you just can't explain, guys. I just can't. There's really no explanation. You just don't do things like what these guys are doing. Like, I don't understand why we're leaving him one-on-one on an island with these corners. Like, right? And it's like just everything's textbook because he hasn't showed his hands yet, right? There's no hands, guys, right? Balls in the air, late hands, bow. Hands, perfect, vertical, 2 feet down. Just got mossed, and then he's doing the gritty. You don't want him doing the gritty at all, right? And then, like I said, it's just every route. Like, look at the separation he got at the top, right? Just every route. It doesn't matter, right? You cannot leave this dude on an island like this. You'd rather have him these short routes like this. But I just don't understand what the Chiefs are doing. The Chiefs just disrespectful. This is disrespectful stuff here. As I'm saying, like, they are going to do more of these screens, get him the ball too. See here, boom, and then he's patient, waiting for his blockers. Look at this guy. You got a running back. First down right there. It's just all day. It's just all day. And then the Chiefs just lose him. Like, if there's one person for Sorensen to get over the top on, I mean, It just some of the stuff didn't make any sense that they did. But even here, 4th and 5. Burrow and him have this like innate connection too. I don't know what I mean, they must have put some work into LSU. They are like connected by the brain because, Burrow throws his ball like over here. But watch just Chase casually just go get it. Like he knew he was going to throw it there. Like this is this is a scary guy, man. This dude, he scares the hell out of me. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. Yeah, just how like what? He just threw it up. And then like I said, they have the timing they have too. Like look at like Thomas is over the top here, right? I mean, the Raiders gonna play. They're gonna play over the top. He's over the top. It doesn't matter. He's just gonna throw it, and then he gets physical, beats him there. It's just ridiculous. And he dropped that. They got lucky. But then you can't buy. He hits you with a double move, boom, sluggo. He's right past him, and like I said, their timing right there, boom, right in the side. Game tied. So I mean, you can't fall asleep on him, right? Because then you got Joe Burrow himself, right? So let's talk about Joe, right? Joe is Mr. Rhythm. If Joe is in rhythm, you are in trouble because every time he's in rhythm, it's perfectly on money, just like he's at LSU. Look at that dig. That was beautiful. Band right on the money. You know what I'm saying? He got great mechanics too. In rhythm, he will murder you if he's in rhythm like this. Look at that. Look at him. God, do you need T. Higgins? Like, do you want to give him up? All right. Like I said, rhythm. Even if he's under pressure, if it's in rhythm, it's going to be on the money. You got to get him off of the rhythm because if he's in rhythm, it's going to be all day like this, right? So you got to get him off rhythm, right? Because even like I said, look at that throw right on the money over a linebacker. He's in rhythm. He will pick you apart, literally. And even like the go routes that you guys saw earlier, everything's in a rhythm. You got to get him out of rhythm because if he's in rhythm, he's going to tear you apart. Jamar Chase dropped that. All right, but if you get him out of rhythm, everything changes a little bit, right? So if you could take away the first read, right? So he wants to go over here. There's nothing there. You already dropped his eyes, right? He's already dropped his eyes. He's already leaving. He's not going through anything. He's not trying to come down here. He's not trying to check it down. He's out of rhythm. He's out. He's trying to make a play. Gets a couple yards there, right? Not too much though. I'm saying so. Like, say in rhythm, like see, he wants to hit it right in rhythm. He can. He's out. He's bailing. All right, let me go. We got another one. So another show talk about him in rhythm here. Here we go. All right. So he wants to go to 87 here. 87. It's not there. So he's out. Right. Nothing. Just runs out of bounds. Doesn't even throw it away. Just runs out of bounds. I mean, it's third down. It doesn't even matter. Right. But like I said, get him out of rhythm. Right. If you could take away that read, get that first read out of there. He's out. Right. And then get some pressure. You see with the stunt. Right. Because he's not just going to get rid of it and try to throw it. He's going to try to make a play. He's going to try to avoid the pressure. That's what he does. That's his game. He is not going to try to, get rid of the football super quick. It's just not his game. It's not. And like I said, if you can get him off rhythm, he makes mistakes. So they get super lucky on this one against the 49ers. Right. So, right. Pressure, quick pressure gets it. He's not in rhythm. Boom. He just gets rid of it. Almost picked, but right to Jamar Chase. You know what I'm saying? So this is you got to get him out of rhythm, and he has the offensive line for you to do that. Right? Look at all this pressure to get on him. Right? They're all over him. God, you got to pick that, man. You know what I mean? And right to somebody else. I mean, it's all over tape. Rhythm. Right? Even here, right? He's making a check. trying to get them in the right play, right? Here, what? Well, we get some pressure, and then we got his first read is taken away, right? So he's out of rhythm. Boom. Nope. Out of rhythm. Has a double clutch. Almost forces a pick there. I mean, it's over and over again. Get him out of rhythm. And so this line is so bad. Look at that's this dude. This is the new guy here. Look at him. This is who Mac's gonna go after. This new guy. This Mr. 74. Look at that terrible set. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's not that, as I'm saying, it's not that hard to get him out of rhythm. See, he's out of rhythm. Oh, look, out of rhythm. But sometimes he could just escape. Yeah, so you got to get him down though too. This dude's he's tough SOB. He'll make a play downfield like that if you don't get him down though. So that's important too. Getting him out of the rhythm is important, but getting him down and not letting him outside of the pocket is important too. Because like I said, out of rhythm here, right? Can't hit the read. There's no read. They're jumping on everything, right? He's out of the pocket. Nothing. Now he's rolling out to nowhere, right? Guy has to get like a little 2-3 yard gain there. And so this offensive line is pretty awful, right? Look at pressure everywhere. Some pocket getting pushed. He's going to want to get out if he can't throw on rhythm, right? And then 3rd and 8, just a quick sack here. Once again, right? Boom, 3-step drop, wants to throw on rhythm. Nothing there. So, kind of panics a little bit. Sack. And I'm telling you, it's everywhere. Here we go. I mean, the Niners put it on him, obviously. See Joey Bosa right here. There's a check down right there. So there was one, there's one. But you just, it's not, he wants to be in rhythm, right? And then he's going to try to avoid blitzes, right? He's going to try to avoid the pressure. He's not going to get rid of it. He's just not going to throw the ball. He's going to try to avoid the pressure first. So you have to play on that too, but you have to sack him too. I'm not saying it's just easy to take him down. You see, he's fighting, right? It's not an easy thing, but it is another thing with the guy who fights like that you can get fumbles. You get a chance to get some fumbles. Just like here, right? Quick pressure. Look at that. Look how quick that is. Look at that, just eating. Guys just taking off. Man. Poof. Even Arden Key. Look at Arden Key getting some. As I'm talking about, he's not giving up. He's trying to gain his balance. Fumble. Got the ball back. I'm telling you, this is there. And just the last thing I just want to say is that this is a cold weather game. Everybody got the car jokes. Oh, car sucks in the cold. And the wind, but I'm just gonna show you guys some throws. We're just gonna watch some of these. Look at that. Oh, Jamar Chase is open. Oh, look at that ball float in the cold wind. Oh, here's it. This one's egregious. Like I was so mad about this. It's like because they call us a flag. Because look, he's got T. Higgins, right? He's throwing it, but the ball dies in the air, and since the corner sees it. It tries to come get the ball. They call pass interference. Like, what? And then this one, the ball just takes a little longer to get there in the cold with Joe Burrow. It just takes a little longer. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying anything else. It just takes a little longer.
Yeah.
It's cold, So, we'll see how they play it, but I think this is a good matchup for the defense. It's not a good matchup for the Bengals, just basically because they're not very good on 3rd down. They're 39% on 3rd down. All right, so they're not very good on 3rd down, and they're not very good in the red zone. They're 100% against the Chiefs. So, they hopped all the way up to 16th, but before that, they're 20th. So, they're not.
They rely on a lot of explosives, right?
Yes, they're explosive play offense. That they are explosive, especially now. Now, they are explosive play offense.
Yeah,
there's no other way around it. That's what they embrace. I think the 49ers game was kind of the changing point for them because Burrow was really, really good in that game. He was really, really good in that game, and they probably were like, "What are we doing here?" Right? Like we're trying to do this whole balance thing, and we got this guy that we think we can really play. So, you know, and then we got Jamar Chase, man, and then they got this, you know, that's a connection. So,
Yeah,
you know, I mean,
great
they're
connection.
right.
Great
They're
connection.
dangerous, right?
Yeah.
You know, you can't take them lightly. You just got to stay over the top, and then if you get a floater, you that's what I'm worried about. If you get a floater, right? Because sometimes these guys are gonna get beat and they might panic. There might be some pass interference calls there too because they're panicking because they thought they had him over the top, and then Jamar Chase somehow, some way gets over the top of them. You know, it's possible. Like I know there's a clip going around of, you know, Joe Burrow getting hit. Like Matt Cratchit does a spin move and Joe Burrow gets hit right before he gets there, but Jamar Chase is getting over the top of that cover 3 on that play. And you know that's type of thing it's they're gonna try it. He's not. He's gonna take that 3-step drop. He's gonna throw it. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a point. He's gonna do that 3-step drop, and he's gonna go.
Here's the thing. Here's my thing with Jamar Chase. You know, it's not like so many of his plays. It's like tracking aerial through the air, acrobatic catch, sideline. So it's like, okay, he's a jump ball guy, right?
Yeah.
But like in the quick game, like he'll take a slant to the house.
Yeah.
You know, and because he's so explosive, and because that quick, like you give up a slant, okay, and it goes 30 yards, that changes your mentality as a corner. You know what I'm saying? So you start thinking, okay, I need to take that away. I need to contest that. I need to make that a little harder, right? Mm-hmm. And then that's when you get hit with a sluggo, like you showed. Like I was waiting for a sluggo because they run that, you know. Mm-hmm. But it kind of changes your mentality a little bit. And you know, the Raiders de facto on the backside is playing man, no matter what. They will play it with a cushion on the backside, right? But face on is at his best playing press, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I think that, you know, you saw him contest a lot of catches in this last game while he was in press, but then when he was playing off on fourth and 21, he gives up a huge catch in the end zone, right? So you know, him playing press is better, but I don't know if he's ready. I mean, Jamar Chase is like, you know, one of the premier explosive playmakers in the NFL. I don't know if Brandon Faison's going to be able to handle playing one-on-one on the outside in single high. You know, they're going to go after him a lot. Casey Hayward, he's a little bit more savvy, and definitely Casey Hayward will be sitting on the fade, playing off coverage the entire game. Like he's not getting beat deep. He'll give up. Don't get me wrong. Hayward will give up plenty of underneath stuff, but he's not getting beat on the goes. Okay, like he will sit on those.
No.
You know,
you just say you don't want to even put your corner in that position where Joe Burrow thinks he could go over the top of you. And that's what I feel like the Chiefs were doing. Like the Chiefs were like bracketing Tyler Boyd and leaving Jamar Chase one-on-one with your. I mean, there's no all-pro corners over there. You know, like that was a weird game plan. That was very arrogant. That was more like when they came and played the Raiders before the first time, where they thought they were just like, oh, we're the Chiefs. We're gonna beat you down. Arrogant defense they play sometimes, and they got burned. Yeah, basically that would happen. They got burned.
Has the cover zero stuff ever worked for the Chiefs? I just I only see low lights of their defense in cover zero. Okay, hanging their corners out to dry.
It was wild, but yeah, I still think Tyler Boyd is going to be a factor in this game. You know, that's why I was mentioning the cold, how cold it was in the Chiefs game. And just in case anybody wants to feel like they're going to start trying to go back to Joe Mixon 30 times, that's not going to happen. They're going to come out and try to air it out, just like how they've been playing. They aren't changing. That's why Zach Taylor's like, it's the Raiders. Like they aren't changing the way they play. They think they can go and beat us anyways. And I think they're going to try some of those cover 3 beaters that other teams are trying, just like the out and up one that I showed. And they're definitely going to try that, the Tyler Boyd. But like I said, it's outside and it's not in the dome. It's not Justin Herbert. So who knows who can recover and, you know, and make some of those plays. But the main thing is the pressure. They got to do what the Niners did, but just basically be all over him. They sacked him 5 times. It's, you know, it's all over his face. I know the Chiefs got some pressure sometimes, but the Chiefs don't get pressure from the outside like the Raiders do. So the Raiders can get pressure from the outside and the inside, and that's kind of what the Niners were doing. Like the Niners, it was like the well was breaking. It was a boom. Like they're everywhere, all over him. And you know what I'm saying? And like I said, if he is in rhythm and he's hit that 3-step, he hits that back foot, he could let it go. Like you are in trouble. I mean,
Yeah.
he'll pick you apart. I mean, and he got those instances sometimes in the Niners game. And but Jamar Chase was, kind of just he got open on some of those throws, right? But you want to make him hold the ball. So you got to, because he's not, like I said, he's not a read guy. He's not the whole, try
Get the progressions.
typical, go through progressions type of guy. He's gonna, he wants to hit that, that step, and then if it's not there and he's got some pressure, he wants to roll out, make a play, try to figure something out that way, right? So you want him doing that though. If he's running around and with his chicken head off and he's burning you, that's fine. You don't want this dude in rhythm beating you though. I'm telling you, it will be a long damn day. I don't care what coverage you're playing. If he's in rhythm, you're in trouble. They need to get him an offensive line the way he is in rhythm. They get him a line, man.
Yeah. Woof. Last thing I'll say is definitely 100% it's down to the pass rush 100% in this game with, just some of the things that you're showing, obviously. Like, yes, he can make plays when he is under duress, but he will take a lot of sacks, though, because he's a playmaker, right? He wants to hold on to the ball, like you're saying. So he will give up a lot of sacks. And when you do hold on to the ball like that as a quarterback, like you're saying, open yourself up for some fumbles. So it really comes down to defensive line, taking the ball away, getting those kind of big plays, those splash plays in this game. Because, the Raiders have the good fortune of having some solid cornerback play this year. Casey Hayward did a great job. Okay. Faison has stepped in. I think Faison, someone said he had like a bad PFF grade. Like I'm on PFF. Okay. We watch film over here. Okay. And he's contested tons of catches this year. He's like double digit contested catches this year. You don't just walk out of a peanut factory and start doing that in the NFL. Like that's legit. Okay. If you're contesting catches consistently, that's legit. So the corners, okay, Trayvon Merrick, he's had great range. He's locked it down in coverage back there. But, from Perryman, him being really, honestly, the best underneath coverage guy right now for the Raiders in terms of just like his zone maintenance. You got Dallin Levitt, who will be in on dime packages. Teamer, we saw Hobbs get victimized last week. Underneath, that's the problem. And I think that if Joe Burrow finds it in himself to be disciplined, okay, and to get through the progressions, they are open, you can do it against this defense. The underneath defenders are not good in coverage. These are not like we're going in with a dime package that features Dallin Levitt. This is not a playoff caliber defense, okay? I'm sorry. It's not playoff caliber. And if the Raiders lose, it will be because of just no depth in the secondary right now at the safety position. No depth. That's the reason why the Raiders would lose, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think their short passing game is non-existent, basically. So, like when they have to do short passes, it's like awkward looking. So that's the kind of thing with with the first game and why they might have struggled a little bit passing the football, because they really don't have one. They don't have like a short passing game. That's what I used to complain about with the Raiders early on in the season. Like there's no short passing game here, so there's no, if somebody can stop you, like the Broncos stop you from having explosive plays, they struggle. They struggle to move the ball, right? I mean, that's kind of the outlook you have to look. If just based on the numbers, they're not that good on third down, right? They're at 39%, right? So they're below 40% on third down, right? I know the league's down on third down, but still, they're league average. They're average on third down, right? They're average in the red zone. Okay, like I said, they had a really good red zone game, but the Broncos, they were not good in the red zone. They were kicking field goals. They were not good in the red zone against the Niners, kicking field goals. So they are not a good red zone team either. So if you can stop the explosive plays, you want to make them be meticulous, play the red zone game. That's what the Raiders have to do. They have to make these guys go up and down the field, make them do 12-play drives, because even their defense kind of tries to play off of them being explosive, right? Because that's what they want to do. They want you to go down the field because their offense is going to score fast. So if we put them in that type of game, that's not what they want to do. So, but
yeah,
there you go.
I'm with you, 100%. All right, let's transition here. I'm gonna jump over while we still have time here. Doing the defense. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna do the Cincinnati Bengals defense, and first I'm going to talk to you about their scheme. Okay. This is a big too high team. Right here, they're going to play what's called cone on the backside, and they're playing quarters on the front side. Okay. And they're going to get a concept. I believe this is a play action concept. Okay. Like this. And just watch these guys match everything, how this secondary matches everything. At this point, when the quarterback is at top of his drop, everyone is smothered. The only option here that's like a clear rhythm throw is the check down, right? They do a great job. And then watch Jesse Bates here. He went to undercut it. Second reaction play, great discipline to wait to get his hands on before he looks back, bats that ball down out of the air. Fantastic job by Jesse Bates right there. This is a great too high team. This is another look that they have. They're just going to play straight cover two. They play a lot of cover two looks, a lot of split safety looks. I'm going to show a few here. Okay. And you got this Tampa 2 linebacker here. Okay. And they do such a great job just cushioning. Okay. This zone discipline allows these corners to be aggressive. He's going to cushion this, get underneath that, come up with another pass breakup. And, even they'll play some two-man too, okay? They're going to play man across the board. But I want you to watch this guy at the top. This is number 33, Trey Flowers, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
From Oklahoma State. He's a 6'3". He's their dime defensive back. He comes in and he plays man on tight ends, okay? And if he plays man on Travis Kelce, you bet he's going to play man on Darren Waller. Here he is. Does a great job staying physical. Underneath, we're in two-man, staying in the trail. Great job. Stay underneath and undercut. Whichever way he goes, you can undercut it just like he does right there. Again, discipline. Doesn't turn around, doesn't peek, waits for the ball to get there, punches the ball out. Great coverage rep. So they play a lot of too high, okay? Now, another thing that they do is they blitz, okay? And they like to do a lot of replacement pressures or simulated pressures. So they're going to send a four-man pressure here. Okay, and they're going to drop this defensive end while the nickel comes off the slot. Okay, so it's a four-man rush, but it feels like a blitz. Okay, and they're playing a type of coverage called trap coverage. Okay, where this corner now can be aggressive, and anything coming out, he can just jump it. Okay, and he does that on a 3rd and 2. Okay, 3rd and 2 play, gets a tackle short of the sticks. Great execution on that blitz call, safe blitz call. Okay. And so here's another one. They like to do these simulated pressures, okay, where they drop a defensive end, okay? And now they're in cover 3, and if this was their linebacker, okay, he would know you carry the crosser in cover 3, and you pass the drag off to the front side hook player, but he doesn't know that. He's a defensive end. What does he know, okay? And he gives up a catch as a result for a first down. So they get with these replacement pressures, they get with these sim pressures, okay? You got to take advantage if they drop a defensive end in coverage. Another thing is sometimes they could call it a replacement pressure, but no one drops. Someone needs to be here. Someone is supposed to be dropping in this zone right here in the middle. No one does, okay? When you run –
Oh, there's lost BD. Oh man, that's funny. I guess so. Low battery. All right, I guess we would wait for BD come back. See if you guys got any questions. Do a little. What we got? Do a little Q&A. Any questions we got? What's up? What's up, guys? Oh, he's back. Here we go. He's coming. Tell us some stories, man.
My bad, Raider Nation. My bad, Raider Nation. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look.
Yeah.
I thought I could make it. I thought I could make it on the charge. Okay. My bad. Here.
I do want to answer this question. I think car and cold weather is a thing, but I think the Raiders in cold weather is more the issue. I mean, they're West Coast teams.
It's the whole team.
They're terrible.
It's the whole team.
Like the guys are gonna drop the ball. Like, they gotta be warm. You know what I mean? They gotta try to keep warm here. But a good thing we got a lot of Seattle guys. They're kind of used to this stuff. So, KJ right. Man. Let's go KJ. He's all right. But, Carr has like the arm strength to whip it through the wind. So he's just,
right.
They got to make it happen. I mean, the Jets game wasn't that bad. I mean, I know everybody hates that game because it was the Jets, but I mean, he still threw like 370 yards or some crap like that. So,
All right.
Do we need? Right, yeah. I think we're good. It's a little smaller.
Let's see. Hold
on. Do we need to score more than 24 points to win a game? To win the game? It depends. If you keep them without their explosive plays, I feel like that they can keep this game close where it could be like a 24-21 matchup, right? If you can keep that, they're down their explosive plays. They're not really, I'm telling you, they're not built to do the whole red zone like the Chargers are. Like the Chargers are like the worst, or they're way. The matchup with the Chargers is way worse than this one because the Chargers are built to go against this cover 3. Right. I mean, that's the way they play offense. I mean, they get a dink and dunk, 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 red zone you. Dink and dunk, dink and dunk, dink and dunk, dink and dunk, red zone you. And that's kind of what the Raiders want to do. And it yeah. So, All right. You almost ready, BD?
Are you able to see the screen?
Yeah, we're good.
All right. Okay, yeah. So we were talking about how they like to blitz, how they like to send replacement pressures. Okay, you catch this defensive end, cover, take advantage of that. Sometimes no one drops the ball, so you got to take advantage of that as well. Okay, they like to run these simulated pressures. So, and they have a big. I wanted to show this one because this is a great blitz. It's forced this kind of protection where the back comes up in the hole here, and we're going to get a cross from these inside linebackers, okay? And because this guy's a back, right, he doesn't know with the center to pass these guys off. So the center goes, oh, I'm passing this off because he always passes it off, okay? But the guy who he's passing it off to is a back. He doesn't realize what's going on, okay? Gives up that sack. So they can look good. Now, they can't get blitzing. Now, we're going to talk about that in Larry Ogunjobi. Ogunjobi is a beast. He popped out consistently on film. Went through the review, of this game. You see him go back shoulder here, back door here. Okay, again against this run scheme, bubble this run, make this run back. Do things that he wasn't anticipating. 65. He's really good here. Here he is. Okay, you see him fight this guy off like he's full extension. Got this guy standing straight up, and he's going to make a big-time tackle on the goal line. Okay, here he is playing 3 technique. Okay, we're going to get run again. Goes back door, bubbles this. He's a quick penetrator. He gets inside. Okay, and then he also rushes a little bit too. Okay, I would say. This is a. Here, let me just get back to where we were. Okay. Here he is rushing from a 3 technique position right here. Okay. He's going to use both hands, get that hard hands on. Here's another example. Okay. Pass rushing, winning with power, strength. Okay. That ends up being catch, but he got that pressure, and there's another one as well. Kind of, he's light on his feet. He can win. He's got some pass rush moves. Ogunjobi, both a run stopper and a pass rusher. Okay, now that title card was wrong. I'm going to talk to you about running the ball against them. Okay, running the ball against this team. This is a team that likes to be in too high. Notice this safety. There's not another safety in the box. Okay, they really insist on running the ball out of too high looks and stopping the run to light box, 6-man box.
They're saying you're skipping a little. You're skipping a little bit.
Okay, all right.
Audio.
Yeah. My audio is skipping a little bit.
Yeah, the stream itself, basically. Like you're glitching it out a little bit on me too.
Okay, all right. Really?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm just gonna close it up.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, you did. I answer some questions, man. This is why it's better. It's interactive here. So, all right, what we got? Can Jacob carry us if the wind and cold does become a factor? I don't know if the wind and cold is gonna be that much a factor because it's only gonna be like 11 degrees, 11 miles per hour. To be honest, I think it's gonna be a little bit more of a factor for the other guy. The other guy has the weaker arm that might get caught in the wind. But I expect Jacobs to carry us anyways because I think Jacobs is gonna have I'm expecting him to have a monster game. I think a lot of people who are like doubting the Raiders in this game are not realizing how the run game is going recently, and this Bengals team is not the best run defense, which BD was about to show. And he's running different. It's not this Josh from week 14. I'll tell you that. It's not Josh from week 14. It's not Josh from it's not Josh from 2020. It is 2019 Josh Jacobs is what we're seeing. And, these guys are not going to be able to take him down. He's at 23 missed tackles forced since week 16. Like, this dude is going off. So I really expect him to make it happen. I just hope they do some play action to go with it. My confidence level, I'm at about an 8 right now. My confidence is pretty high. I'm not like at a full 10. I'm about at an 8 confidence level because I feel like I just feel like this matchup is a good matchup for the Raiders. Like if it was like the Chiefs, the Chiefs just aren't the greatest matchup for the Raiders right now, right? They're not the greatest matchup for this team. This team is a good matchup for the defense, and I think the offense has a little bit of an idea of what they want to be as an offense now, right? I think they were lost the last time they played. They were lost for a long time. I really don't feel like they figured it out to the Browns game, what they wanted to do on offense. I think since then, they'll be able to score more points than from 16, 17, 23 to 35, right? So I think the offense is a lot different. They're better on third down. They complete 46% since week 15 on third down. The defense is 26%. It's a totally different team. So, I feel like the confidence level, how they're playing and how they believe in themselves too is, pretty, I'm pretty confident. I don't know about BD, but.
I'm not a super confident person myself. Okay. But, so I'm going to have to skip the film breakdown for today. Okay. I might post a separate one. Okay. Just the film breakdown. But what I'm going to say is this: this team struggles to stop the run. They really insist on trying to stop the run early on in games out of a too high shell. And when they can't do that, and even when they drop a safety in the box, they still struggle to stop the run. Okay, I was going to show tons of explosive runs, even with against an 8-man box. Okay, so this team isn't great at stopping the run, and I think that. Both when I watched the Chargers and I watched the Chiefs, those teams were successful. It's actually pretty surprising that, from watching the All-22, just the defense, it's surprising that the Chiefs lost that game because if we're just going off the defense, like the defense was scoring a lot of points, or the offense was scoring a lot of points on the Cincinnati defense. So, but both of those teams, what happened was they ran the ball effectively, got them to bring that safety down, and then started taking advantage of single high matchups on the outside. So once you get that safety out of the box, once you force them to play single high, and you can't hang Jesse Bates, Vaughn Bell over the top of everything, their corners a little shaky. Okay, across every single game that I watched, corners giving up big explosives on the outside when they didn't give safety help right over the top. So that's really going to be, I think that's going to be the Raiders' key. Like, you got to be able to run the ball effectively against them. Don't let them get into because we talked about it. Oh, if the Raiders defensive coordinator runs like cover 7 and 2 high safety looks, Trayvon Merrick will be a star, right?
Yeah.
Jesse Bates is a star because of 2 high, because of what all the things that he does in 2 high, quarters, cover 2, whatever it is. Okay. You can't let them sit back in those coverages. Got to have them bring safety on the box. Don't let Jesse Bates help out. And I think the Raiders should be able to take advantage because, like I said, every tape that I went through, corners giving up big explosives on the outside.
Yeah, and I see somebody talk about the Bengals are top 5 in stopping the run. It's not that they're not top 5 in stopping the run; it's just total yards. So if Joe Burrow is putting 40 up on you, you're not going to run the ball. But if you watch them play the Browns, they can't beat the Browns. That's one reason why they can't beat the Browns, because the Browns aren't trying to pass on you. They're not trying to, they're just hand the ball off to Nick Chubb and then they put up 41 on them or something, like something crazy like that, because exactly what BD's talking about. Then they start playing, cover 0 or whatever, and they're trying to get down in the box, and then they're getting beat over the top. So, but they want to be in 2 high, especially to stop the Raiders. The Raiders were, that explosive team before. They really weren't trying to run the ball, back then. Like I said, that's why I said they have more of an identity. Josh Jacobs, as I was talking about, he's second in yards since week 16, and he's got more carries. He's got like 70 carries in those past 3 games. He got 26 carries against the Chargers. Like, there's more of that identity that the Raiders have that is different. All right. And, the Raiders offensive line is playing a lot better too. I mean, they are, Josh Jacobs is second in yards before contact. So that tells you anything. I mean, he's getting, so the offensive line is playing better.
Yeah.
They're not going to do all these screens that they tried to do last time. Last time they did the little horizontal screens they were doing, they felt like they were trying to manufacture passes as runs. And now they probably feel more confident where they'll just run the football straight up, instead of trying to be cute and throw it to the outside and throw a little, screen to Kenyon Drake for 9, and then throw a little screen on 3rd down. They're going to try to punch these guys in the mouth, because I think that's more of their identity now. That's what they did to the Colts. The Colts were not ready to be punched in the mouth in that first drive. They weren't ready for that. They're expecting the finesse Raiders team, right? And this is not the same finesse Raiders team from week 11 or even week 12 against the Cowboys. This is a more of a gritty, run the football. That's why that's why that the Bengals are favored, because these guys don't have high EPA, because they're a rushing team, and EPA is not a rushing thing. So that's why everybody's like, can't understand, like, this offense isn't that, like, it's not about the offense being good or not. It's about they can run the ball now, and this is the playoffs. This is playoffs haven't changed. I don't care how much passing league we have. If you can't run the damn ball, then it's gonna be a problem. That's why you see Derrick Henry come in and make the AFC Championship game still, and that's why when you watch the Chiefs play the Bucks, Tom Brady doesn't do anything all game, because he just hand the ball off to Leonard Fournette, and then they play defense. So they got to stay focused on the run game, and I think they can control this game. They basically got to turn this game into a ball control game. That's basically how I kind of look at it. So the Raiders have to try to be better in the red zone. In this game too, and try to get through in the red zone, because that's what they have to turn this game into, the ball control. But because they don't want to do that, and the Raiders are cool doing that now. Before it wasn't like that, but now they can. So any other thoughts, BD?
No, that's it. That's gonna be it. Maybe I'll try to post something later on tonight or tomorrow morning or something like that. So we'll see if I can get my breakdown up before then. Appreciate everyone for tuning in. This is Tape Don't Lie Raiders Film Channel. It was like 4 minutes of film for me, but Marcus had a great breakdown. So go back, rewind, go watch Marcus's breakdown, and be on the lookout for something that I'll post later on today. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you tell all your friends about Tape Don't Lie. We appreciate you guys. Holla at you.
Peace.